Not even a harmonica. And I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to do that. I'm pretty sure I talked to the lawyers that I don't have, and they didn't tell me that I couldn't do that. So that's permission later. It has been a long day for me. It is Wednesday, and I have one more task to complete, and that's to get my Raspberry Pi 1.27.0 updated, my Cardano node updated to a 1.29.0, because we're ready for the hard fork. I need to get that done, and there may or may not be one or two of you who are waiting for this because you followed the tutorial that I put together a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Hard to say. So what else have we been up to? This morning I was tied up with the Fund 6 proposal. We've got one underneath the disaster preparedness challenge. So got that one kind of hammered out. We're just about to make the last final changes on it, update that in idea scale, and get ready for community advisors. So if I've heeded anybody's advice and decided to jump on board and become a community advisor, you have probably 12-ish hours to get yourself registered for that. We can use your help. Spent a good bit of time on town hall this afternoon. Then I remembered that I needed to cut the grass and got that done. But we are back now, and I'm going to walk you through what I did on my other relay and hopefully get this laid out real quick. So if you recall, we have to get into from our Windows page, we're SSHing in. So you go to your command, and then I've got the notes off here to the side. So let's see what happens here. All right, we have remoted in, and I've also opened up Grafana so I can make sure that the relay is looking good and everything's running. We're seeing transactions processed. Our connected peers are there. But let's go back to our document. We've SSH'd in. We've used our username at our IP address, entered our password, and then we're going to do our Cardano service status. Okay, we're just going to check our status. So we update to our status. We see that we are active and running. Clear that out. And now we can just hit that up arrow and find our node version. Let's just check that real quick. And if we type in Cardano-node version, this will show us that we're on 1.27.0. That's just a check beforehand to make sure that it hasn't been updated or somehow you're not already up there. And now let's stop it. And we should be stopped. So just to make sure, let's check our status. And we can see here that it is inactive. Control C clears us out. All right, let's change our directory now. So CD space, actually check this out. Since I have it in the guide, and I'm going to put it in the I did learn on Windows 10 that I had to do a couple settings by going to the top. I had to right click and hit properties and then check this box where it says use Control Shift CV as copy paste. So as a Windows person and trying to always use copy paste and finding that I couldn't do it with the command prompt, that was the trick, was to click that little button. So let me cancel out of that. And now I can just use my file here, bring it in, hit enter. And I see a whole mess of stuff here. What we're looking for and what I've been provided with is that on the, just make sure that your AlonzoGenesisFile mainnet-alonzo-genesis.json, that's this file here, matches. And then you'll see that your AlonzoGenesisHash is probably not going to match. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to move over here and see that that's that 06. This needs to change. So this cut and pasting is fun, except that this little icon is where your cursor is actually at. So you need to move off of your mouse and drop down and move your cursor over. Leave that parentheses there. And then paste is Control U. That's down here. So if I hit Control and U, my buffer's empty. Let's see if it works now. If I do copy, come up here and right click, that pastes it right in that spot. Check that the notes are there, everything's in. So that is my file. And now I'm going to exit. So Control X, save modified buffer. That's a Y for yes. It's going to verify. It's asking me that this is the file name to write. Hit enter, and we're there. So now we're going to change directory to our Pi pool files. All right, so let's check this out. If I just do that ls, that's list, and right there. Oh, I keep putting Pi pools. That's my bad. All right, cd space pi dash pool. There it is. There's our files. Yeah, so just don't type it. Just don't make your pool plurals. Now we're going to wget our JSON files for our mainnet-alonzo-genesis. We'll copy that guy there. Right, paste there and hit enter. So that file is in here now. That was exceedingly fast. We're going to go to our home temp file now. cd move up one directory. So cd space ..enter. That drops back to Pi pool. cd space home. So that switches us back to home and the TMP file. Enter. Okay, the zip file is in there. We go to we're going to unzip. Enter. Now we're going to we're going to move our Cardano node file. Enter. Now it's asking me if I want to replace the other files. That's going to be a Y for yes. Enter. And then the second file is a Y yes. So for all us Windows people, that just means you already have a file with that name. Do you want to change it? Yes. And copy. So rm space -4, and then restart our service. Right? Let's see if you can see that. Restart our service. So let's just take a real quick peek first. We're going to do an ls. We're going to go to Pi pool. We need a cd space Pi pool. Let's do that ls again, just to see what files are in there to practice. We're going to do cd space files. Now we're going to do ls, and just to see, there they are. There's our new files. So we'll just hit our up arrow so we don't have to type so much. Find our service status just to verify. There it is, inactive. Before I hit start, I'm just going to take a quick peek back at my Grafana. And we're looking at it and we're seeing that no transactions, no data, no connections, everything's offline. CPU is still running, that means it's still running. So if I hit start, we might start seeing that whiz away move. Check my status again, and now we'll see that it is active and running, but it's going to take a few minutes, I think quite a few minutes to sync, but we'll see where that ends up. We'll do enter, control C. That brings us back to the screen. I still have the wizard stuck in my head. Thanks, guys. Pi pools and files and GLiveView. Let's check that out. So we're going to cd space ... to drop back a file. Cd space scripts. Let's check that out now. ls. There's our GLiveView. I'm not going to bet this works, but it might. Something's happening. Now, the static content from env does not match with guild operator's repository. Do you want to download to update the file? Well, yes, I do. Update successfully applied. Plus any key to where is that any key? That works. All right, let's try it again. I thought we said yes just a minute ago. Now it says please start it again. I would say somebody knows what they're doing. Holy crap, it worked. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. There it is. Pretty much cut and paste. That did not take a heck of a long time. So there we go. While this thing fires up, just want to say thank you, like from the bottom of my heart, to WCat from OTG Pool from the Armada Alliance, as well as Wael, Paeta Pool, and Tony, that group, everyone on the Armada Alliance whole crew. But WCat helped me out a lot on this one yesterday morning to get my other relay up and running, and makes it really easy, you know, to work with a group of people who know what they're doing and help out a guy that doesn't. I look forward to getting this thing popped out onto the internet here real quick and show everybody how quick it is. I know that if you are running a relay, if you're running a node, if you're running a stake pool, hard fork combinator is coming up in like 3 days, guys and gals. It is fantastic looking and super excited for this. But yeah, I know it's going to take a few minutes, probably more time than we want to go after with this, but everything's looking on the up and up, and I'm going to bed now. Y'all have a great day. There it is. 3 outs, 1 in. I'm sure it'll show up here in a second. If anyone wants to hang out with me, we can sing songs, dance, look at Cardano trees. We can talk NFTs. We can talk about being on the CAs. You want to be a community advisor? You need to. Got a little bit of time left. There it is. 3 outs, 1 in. This thing's rocking. 3 days, 20 hours, 44 minutes, and 35 seconds until the epoch boundary. Exciting. Transactions are happening now. That was it. Just sit back and watch. Few commands and we're in. Cool. Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you very much for everybody who watched. I think, God, there was almost 1,000 views on how to start a Cardano relay. Really appreciate that. I know that probably 90% of you watched the first 24 seconds and that was it. The rest of you might have watched the entire hour-long tutorial, or you might be waiting for your equipment to show up from your vendors and you're just ready to rock and roll and do that. But this is the step you're going to need to get up to 1.29.0 so that you are on a whole new era. This is fun. All right, I'm going to bed. Goodbye.